probably. We are going to start today's webinar out talking about Thieves and the Thieves products that are out there. So how this is going to work is we're going to spend 10-ish minutes talking about Thieves and all the reasons that we love Thieves products. So we're going to get lots of education in here for our members that are here that just want to learn about how to use their products a little bit more in depth. And then for those that want to stick around for the end of the call, about the last 15 minutes or so, I'm going to give a real brief introduction on how to earn an income with Young Living, which is something that I'm very passionate about as well. So thanks again for coming. And again, if you have any questions, put them in the chat box. And at the end of the call, we'll answer all those questions. You can even unmute yourself at the end of the call and we can just chat if you have more questions as well. All right, so let's start out by talking about this lovely baby here, Thieves Essential Oil. It's the oil we all know and love. It's probably by far Young Living's most popular oil. Everyone, even people who don't understand what Young Living is, they don't understand that Young Living is the pioneers in the essential oil industry. They've heard of Thieves and they know that blend. So Thieves gets its name. It has a very ancient history behind it. Thieves gets its name from in the bubonic plague era, historically, or the mythology goes that there was thieves that would go and rob the graves of the victims of the plague, and they would protect themselves from catching the plague by wearing these bird masks and stuffing those masks with lots of different herbs and concoctions. And the legend goes that after they were finally caught and sanctioned, the king gave them leniency on their sentence if they would divulge their secret of, you know, how are they able to protect themselves from getting the plague, right? So that's where we get the name Thieves from, and it's a beautiful harmonious blend of 5 different oils: clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So it's a very powerful blend of oils there that's very well-rounded. My personal favorite ways to use these is to apply it to the bottom of my feet, or I'll dilute it and kind of put it on my throat area here, or like over where my adrenals are, and putting it in my diffuser, of course. So if I ever feel like I need to give my immune system that extra boost, I'll put a bunch of it into my diffuser at night. I'll put it right next to my head, and I'm just breathing that stuff in all night, getting it into my respiratory system, getting it, you know, everywhere. And I always feel great in the morning. So that's Thieves oil that we all love and know. And there's so much that you can do with just the essential oil, right? But Young Living also makes it really easy for us to incorporate this magical blend of oils into so many different aspects of our homes. Because one of the biggest goals behind Young Living is, you know, health and wellness, but also a huge part of that is helping you get rid of the toxins and the chemicals that are, you know, in so many modern houses. As Americans, we spend about 90% of our time indoors. So it's really important that we try to protect ourselves and not bring more toxins and chemicals into our homes than we need to. So Young Living makes it really easy for us to do that. I'm not going to go over all of the Thieves products because they make over, I think, 16 or 18 different products just in the Thieves line. So as a business tip for those that are starting a business, if you run into people who are like, well, I don't really know if I'm that into the essential oils, you can be like, girl, don't worry. You would love these Thieves products because they just make it so easy to use. So I just went around my house. I just looted my house. Hopefully Sean Bay is not like looking to wash his hands because I stole everything for the webinar. So a few of my favorite Thieves products are the Thieves Foaming Hand Soap. It's really foamy, like 1 squirt of this and you wash your whole hands, and so gentle and yet powerful. So I love the foaming hand soap. You can buy it in these small packets, and then you can also buy a big refill tub. And I've heard if you dilute this with water, you can dilute like up to half even, and it still works really great. So you can stretch it out a little longer. I haven't tried that one yet, but I need to do that. Okay, next we have, this is probably the next most popular product, the Thieves Household Cleaner. This baby it looks like a small bottle, but it is a concentrate. So this one bottle alone lasts a long time. Mine probably lasts longer than they should because I don't clean my house as much as I should. But this is great for every surface, and it's everything we love about a cleaner. It's plant-based, it's non-toxic, no, crazy chlorine chemicals or formaldehyde or any of that stuff, no synthetic fragrances added. It smells like Thieves basically, but it's got a little more lemon oil in it, and then it's got that kind of sudsy soap feel. But just one capful of this, you can fill up a whole spray bottle, and that'll clean every surface in your house, which is really, really cool. I'm going to share really quick. Hopefully I can find it quickly. Let me share my desktop here. I just saw this recipe the other day for a Thieves soft scrub. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'll show you the before and after of the soft scrub, so you'll be like, oh yeah, I need to write down how to make this. Let's see if I can get you guys to see this really big. Okay, so this is before. Looks like a shower bathtub drain maybe. And this is after using the soft scrub. So that recipe is using baking soda, Thieves household cleaner, and white vinegar, and adding extra lemon oil to that as well. So that combination of Thieves household cleaner, baking soda, vinegar, and lemon, you can clean anything. It's going to be really powerful. So next we have the Thieves mouthwash. Love this stuff. It is very strong. Sometimes I'll take a cap of I'll take the cap off and fill it maybe a quarter of the way, and then fill the rest up with water and swish it. And that's plenty strong for me. But if you're really into the the Listerine intense feeling, then you can just do a whole cap full if you want and have a good time. Also, I love gargling with this stuff. If I ever feel like I've got like a little scratchy scratch starting at the back of my throat, I like to gargle with the Thieves mouthwash, and it feels so good and effective. So speaking of oral hygiene, Thieves toothpaste. This is the Aroma Bright Thieves toothpaste. They also have a second flavor called the Dentramine Ultra Bright, which I have tried. I prefer this for flavor wise. This has like a cinnamony, orangey kind of taste to, or lemony. It tastes really good to me. It's a little too spicy for my kids, but if we run out of the Young Living kids toothpaste, they will use this. They don't like it. They kind of get mad at me, but they'll use it and they don't die. So that's good. But it's everything we love about toothpaste: no fluoride, no synthetic dyes, no artificial flavors, no preservatives. The main ingredients are calcium carbonate, coconut oil, sodium bicarbonate, glycerin, xylitol, xanthan gum, and then lots of essential oils: peppermint, spearmint, clove, acacia, lemon. Anyway, there's like nothing bad about this toothpaste. I love it. If you want a more whitening toothpaste, then you might want to try the Aroma Bright. No, this is the Aroma Bright. What's the other one called? Dentramine. So try the other toothpaste from Young Living if you're looking for more of a whitening effect and less of a cinnamony taste. So if you don't like the taste, try that. I love this though, and I've never personally tried this because I love the Young Living deodorant as is, but some people will use this as deodorant. So they'll just straight up put it on a finger, rub it on, call it a day, and I've heard it works like a charm. So can't personally say I've tried that, but I think that's pretty cool. Okay. Just got a couple more to share here, and then we'll move on. Next, the Thieves dishwashing powder. So y'all know that I recently got a dishwasher in my house. My lovely husband finally installed one for us. It's been maybe a month or two now, probably 2 months now of gloriousness. I love having a dishwasher. And so I finally got to try the dishwashing powder, and I love it. It works amazing. It's a little bit on the pricey side, I'm not gonna lie. I think there's definitely ways you could stretch it out if that's a concern for you, probably mixing it with some baking soda, or making your own. But for me, works like a charm, and I love it. And if I'm washing a lot of glassware, I'll add a couple extra drops of lemon oil in it, and it makes my glassware like super bright. So I love that. And other things in the kitchen, we will use the Thieves Fruit and Veggie Wash. So you can soak your vegetables and your fruits in this. This is a concentrate as well, so it lasts a really long time. They also make this in a little spray as well. So, you know, if you're gonna give your kid an apple, you wanna make sure that it doesn't have any pesticides or nasty junk on it that you might not want them to ingest. You can just spray that apple down with the spray version, wipe it off, good to go, completely safe, plant-based, non-toxic, so it's super safe for kids to use. So that's something we use a lot of. And the dish soap. The first time I tried this dish soap, I didn't love it because I really like lots of bubbles. So if you love lots of bubbles, you might not love this at first. But then I realized, you know what? It's not worth it for me. I got over my bubble crush. I realized, you know what? The reason this is so bubbly is probably because there's stuff in it that I don't really need to be inhaling or having it, you know, soaked into my skin, the chemicals and all that. The bubbles are nice, but really I just need clean dishes. And if I can use a product that doesn't have any added chemicals or dyes or synthetic fragrances, everyone wins. So it's also probably much better for my septic system too. So I love the Thieves dish soap. This you can totally dilute down. I do this every time I get a new bottle. I keep an empty bottle and I fill it about maybe a third of the way up with the Thieves dish soap. And then I fill the rest with water and a little bit of baking soda as well. And that actually helps it be a little bit bubblier and just stretches it a little more. And I love this stuff. Okay, last one. Now my hands are sticky. This is literally from my kitchen. Okay, the Thieves cough drops. I wanted to add these for last. So I don't have a picture. Imagine I'm holding here the Thieves throat lozenges. There's the Thieves throat lozenges, and then there's the Thieves cough drops. So a very common question is, what is the difference? So I broke it down for you guys really quickly. So the Thieves lozenges have been around for the longest time. I don't know how long they've been around, but they've been around a while. And then the Thieves cough drops were recently launched at convention last year or 2 years ago. I think 2 years ago. And the biggest difference between these is the price difference is not much. So the Thieves lozenges are $18 for a 30 count. And then the Thieves cough drops are $20. So it's just a $2 difference there. The biggest difference is that the Thieves cough drops have menthol in them. So the menthol has been added. It gives it an icy, soothing, kind of cooling effect. So there's 8 milligrams of menthol, which is an oral anesthetic, and it's a little more cooling. And because Young Living has made such amazing strides working collaboratively with the FDA, that's the other big difference between the cough drops and the lozenges, is that you can, as a distributor, FDA compliantly say, hey, you have a cough, take these. So with the Thieves lozenges, we're technically not allowed to say that because they have not been, you know, sealed by the FDA to be labeled as an over-the-counter medication. This has been labeled as an over-the-counter medication, and you can talk about how it soothes sore throats, it relieves coughs, it cools nasal passages. So that's really, really cool. It's a cough suppressant. So if you ever have a friend that's sick and, you know, hacking up God knows what, give them like 2 or 3 of these. So I know that these are a little pricey. As I said, it's a 30 count for about $20, which is of course way more expensive than what you buy at the store, right? But personally, when I'm sick, I'll go through like a whole bag of those store-bought store brand, you know, cough drops or whatever, and they like kind of help. And then I need like 2 or 3 of these for like a really nasty cold, and I feel so much better. So yeah, it's more expensive, but you use way less. Plus it's way better for you, right? It doesn't have all of the sugar in it. There's no sugar in it. It's sweetened with stevia. And you know, when I do the store brand cough drops, I always feel like I'm making things worse because there's so much sugar in them. So those are the biggest differences between those, and those are the highlights of the Thieves products. I didn't even list them all, you guys. They have bar soap, floss, what else? Laundry soap. I'm not the biggest fan of the laundry soap, I'm not gonna lie. Thieves mints. Oh, I have those somewhere. I should have showed them to you. I love the Thieves mints, but I have to hide them from my 3-year-old because she loves them too much. Every time she sees them, she wants to eat them all. And that's it. So I wish I had the Thieves starter kit to show you guys. Let me see if I can find a picture of it real quick. If you ever have a potential customer who wants to get started with Young Living, but they don't necessarily want the normal premium starter kit that most of us start out with, then show them the Thieves starter kit. Here it is. The Thieves starter kit comes with 2 bottles of household cleaner, the toothpaste, the mouthwash, oh, the hand purifier I didn't even talk about. I love that stuff. 2 things of the foaming hand soap, and some Thieves spray as well, which is really great to spray on the back of your throat, keep in your purse, spray it on grocery store, handles or bathroom handles or whatever. It's a really good thing to have around. So that's a really good option for people as well. Or if you're interested in trying more of the Thieves products and you kind of want to sample everything, that's a really good deal. So that's a good thing to go with. All right. Sarah says her husband just signed up with the Thieves starter kit. Yay, that's so exciting. I love that husbands can have accounts. Someone asked, how much is the Thieves kit? It is $160, just like the premium starter kit with the oils. It's the same price, $160. It's worth 100 PV, just like our other starter kit. So it's pretty much equivalent. All right, guys. So this is the part of the night where we say goodbye to our customers and our members who we love so much. And we're going to switch gears now to talk about business. So everyone's invited to stick around if you're just curious, or if you want to learn a little bit more about how to earn an income with Young Living. We're going to share about our business, what we do on our Royals team for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then we're going to have a Q&A at the end. Okay. So switching gears, let's talk about this business and how does it work. It's a little bit, if you're not familiar with this sort of business model, it can be a little hard to wrap your head around. So let me try to break this down really simply for you guys first. So who here has used Airbnb before? I always like to use this analogy. Let's see how many people have used Airbnb. Go ahead and stick it into the comments below. If you've used Airbnb as a customer, you've booked a room somewhere around the world, had a really great experience, that's great. And then I know for a fact there's someone here that also utilizes Airbnb's income opportunity. So you list your house for rent and people come rent your house and you earn an income that way, right? So Airbnb is an example of a company that offers a product to a customer and also an opportunity for people to make income through their platform. The same concept behind Uber, right? You can utilize Uber as a customer or you can be a driver and earn an income. So with Young Living, it's the same concept. You can be a customer or you can be a customer who also earns an income. So there's lots of people out there who might start out with Young Living just as a customer, no intention whatsoever to do the business, and then find themselves just sharing about how much they love their oils or telling all their friends, oh my God, you're sick, borrow my diffuser and put some Thieves on. Or, hey, you love this non-toxic cleaner, you should try it. And then they find themselves, referring people to Young Living so much that they end up with an accidental business. So that happens quite often with Young Living. That is not my story. I started Young Living because of the income opportunity. I started over 3 years ago. I was tired of being poor, quite frankly. Being poor is no fun. I wouldn't recommend it. And I was looking for a way to escape from that poverty cycle. And my friend was doing Young Living at the time, and her family was making more in 1 month than our family was making in an entire year. So her 1 month paycheck from Young Living at that point was, I think, around $8,000. And now it's like $30,000. So it was an eye opener for me. And I just said, oh my God, Becky, like, how are you doing this? Right? So when I first got started, I had no idea what I was doing. But when I looked at things on the surface, at least I realized this was the answer that we were looking for. It was something that I could do from home. It was something I could do part-time on my own time. I could fit it in between momming. So I had 2 very little ones at the time, and I was a full-time stay-at-home mom at the time. So I needed something I could do fitting in the cracks, of my spare time, right? I never graduated college, and that wasn't a problem for this. You don't need a degree, or you don't need any previous experience. You don't need to have any experience in sales or marketing or any of that stuff to say yes to this income opportunity. But my favorite thing about it was that it was something I didn't have to start from scratch. So if you've ever tried to run your own business, start your own thing, make your own product, you know that there's so many different hats that you have to put on, right? You have to be in charge of invoicing and taxes and product creation and marketing and labeling and invoicing and customer service and all the things. But with Young Living, your only job in order to earn a paycheck is just to teach people how to use essential oils or teach people how to use these products, and then get them connected to Young Living with their own account. That's it. So as a busy mom, I was like, heck yeah, I can do that. So just like other things, like every day you're referring people to something, whether it's a movie that you like or a restaurant that you love, but we don't always get paid for that. But with Young Living, you do get paid for that. So it feels really, really cool. How much you earn is directly based on how many people you help. It's that simple, and it's a beautiful model. So the more people that you help connect to these products that are literally changing lives, the more successful you'll be. The more people you help get out of that poverty cycle, like my friend Becky helped me, the more successful you'll be. So on the average, I'd say on the low end, people who are really taking this seriously and doing this as a business are making about $2,000 per year, up to the high end where people are making literally millions of dollars per year. So $1-2 million a year is for the higher ranks. So the different ranks in Young Living represent the different sizes of your business. It's my goal whenever I have someone that joins the business and they say, hey, Sam, I really want to do this. This is, what my family needs, or this is what I want. My goal is to hold your hand until you get to gold. And that's about a $6,000 per month paycheck on average there. So when you join, you're not alone. You have your mentor, and in the Royals community, we often have people paired up with 1, 2, maybe even 3 mentors at a time, so that you have someone there holding your hand, really showing you the ropes and helping you, cheering you on. So I want to explain quickly the different ways that you can get paid in Young Living. So the first way, let me turn this on, make sure you guys can see here. So there's 4 different ways that you can get paid in a Young Living business. The first way you get paid is very simple, just referring a friend. And this is a very common business model practice that you see being used by lots of different companies. I always think of my cell phone company when they say, hey, help a friend switch to, our company, and we'll give your friend $50 and we'll give you $50 off of your, first next month's bill or something. So that's referring a friend. On average, if you refer a friend in Young Living, you get on average about $50 or more as a thank you check from Young Living. So that's very simple. I'm going to draw this visually here. So if this is you, if you connect your friend here to Young Living, you earn a bonus or a referral bonus. Quite simple. All right, the next way you get paid, and if you're a Marky Mark fan, you might like my forever reference here. The second way you get paid in Young Living is through commissions forever. So Unlike the cell phone company that says, hey, refer a friend to our cell phone company, we'll give you $50, and then period mark, done. Young Living says, hey, you refer someone to our company, we're gonna thank you for that for the rest of your life. So imagine, let's pretend that a cell phone company used this model. You referred your friend to your cell phone company, you get an initial $50, and then every month that friend stays with that cell phone company, you get 8% of whatever they've paid for their cell phone service that month. That's the same model. I mean, that doesn't exist for cell phone companies, but that exists here. So if you refer your friend to Young Living and your friend purchases something this month, and then, they purchase something again next month, and the month after that, and the month after that, which often happens because these products are amazing, then you get a commission every time that person buys something from the company as a thank you. So that's long-term commissions forever. The third way you get paid, which is really when the fun starts to happen, is when you start to grow your tribe. And by this, what I mean is, here's you, here's your friend Sally, here's your other friend Bob, here's your other friend Carol, and you're helping all of these people connect to the company. But you don't stop there. You then teach these people, or maybe just one of these people, or 10 of these people, how to do this very same thing. You teach them how to refer people to Young Living and how to grow their own tribe, so that this organization of yours really starts to grow and multiply. And the more that you can duplicate this process, the faster your organization is going to grow. And the exponential growth here is the capacity for exponential growth here is outstanding. So as you grow your organization, you don't just get rewarded for the people that you personally enroll, you also get rewarded for teaching those people how to become successful. This is completely opposite from what we've grown up in, what we're used to seeing in a very competitive, sort of industrialized society, where we've got the big CEO at the top who is the most successful, and everyone else is sort of duking it out to try to get to the top, right? This is the opposite. This is where we all help each other succeed, help raise each other up, and then we all win. It's amazing. So that's the third way we get paid. And then the fourth way we get paid is just through perks and swag and all those fun things. So Young Living is a company that is extremely generous. They love loving on us, and we love that. So not only do you get a very generous paycheck every month with Young Living, but you also get bonuses. If you reach certain ranks, they will pay all expense paid trips to send you out to the Young Living farms so that you can see where our wonderful oils are being made. They're constantly spoiling us with free oils and free swag and trips, and it's just a really awesome perk that they have. So those are the different ways that you can get paid in Young Living. But how do you get started? Well, I'm not going to explain that all here because I want a lot of us to be able to leave. But most of you who are here tonight, I'm thinking, are already Young Living members, right? You've already bought your starter kit, and that is the only requirement to start earning a paycheck with Young Living, is buying that starter kit, getting that membership, and then just start sharing with people. So as a Royals member, if you are in our Royals community, we have tons of free resources, training courses. Coming up in, I think, 5 days, we are starting a 3-month-long, very intensive business training course for those who are really dedicated and want to learn how to do this in a really quick, efficient way. So this opportunity is really about changing lives. It's something that's changed my life forever. I don't know what would have happened if we had never started down this journey. Kind of cringe to think about it, because it's just been that life-changing for us. So, and it's not just about the money. It's about helping people. It's about recommending something that is truly helping people that we feel good about. So it might be something that would be good for you if you feel like you're in a job that you hate and want to get out of, or just don't want to do for the rest of your life, or you're wanting to stay home with your kids, or you're just wanting more time freedom if you want to work when you want to and how you want to and be your own boss and work from anywhere. That's all of this and more is what it's all about. So just reach out to whoever it was that invited you here tonight and talk to them about getting connected to our Royals headquarters membership. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat box, or if you can unmute yourself, feel free to just unmute yourself and ask any questions. But thank you all for coming tonight. We're going to do this kind of platform meeting once a month. So every, third Monday of the month, we're going to do this product education for our members that we love. And then we're going to do pretty much this exact same intro to the business presentation as well, so that if you have someone who's interested, but you just don't really have the words to be able to explain, hey, this could be really good for you, just invite them here and they can hear this presentation, and that can get the conversation rolling for you as well. All right, I'm going to scroll through and see if there's any questions here. Thanks again, everyone, for coming tonight. I don't see any questions except the ones that we've already answered. So I'm going to take a sip of water and see. Thank you. Thank you, Emily. All righty. If you think of anything later that you want to ask, don't be shy. Go ahead and reach out, and we'll get all your questions answered for you. Thanks, guys.